Have you ever felt like life is moving too fast, leaving you drained and disconnected from what truly matters? If you're 70, 80, or older, it's easy to get caught up in the pressure of staying active, always moving, and doing more. But what if I told you that slowing down could be the key to a more peaceful and fulfilling life? What if, instead of pushing yourself harder, embracing mindfulness could offer you more joy and vitality than endless physical activity ever could? In today's video, I'll share 3 simple practices rooted in ancient Buddhist teachings that can transform your approach to aging and well-being. These practices aren't just about staying active or ticking off endless to-do lists. They're about nurturing your mind, your spirit, and your connection to the present moment. Imagine finding true happiness not in accomplishing more, but in appreciating the small, beautiful moments around you. That's exactly what I'm going to help you unlock today. We'll dive into why slowing down doesn't mean stopping, how to find joy in the simplest things, and why gratitude is the ultimate secret to inner peace, especially as you age. These teachings will not only help you improve your mood and health, but will empower you to live each day with intention and grace. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to embrace a more meaningful, fulfilling life, one that goes beyond physical activity. Stick around to learn how to experience true peace, joy, and connection, no matter your age. Trust me, the third piece of advice will be a game changer for you. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. The first thing to understand is that slowing down doesn't mean stopping. This is a powerful realization. Slowing down is not about giving up on life or retreating into inactivity. It's about choosing a different way to live, a way that aligns with the natural rhythms of our bodies and the deeper wisdom that comes with age. It's about acknowledging that while our bodies may require more rest and care as we age, our minds are often relentless, pushing us to act quickly, achieve more, and keep up with the pace of a fast-moving world. But here's the truth. Slowing down is not a sign of weakness or failure. It's a conscious, intentional decision to honor your needs and embrace a gentler pace, one that allows you to savor life more fully. The frantic rush, the constant pressure to accomplish, is not sustainable, especially as the years add up. The wisdom of slowing down is found in the deep teachings of Buddhist philosophy, which offers a different perspective on achieving success. Buddhist teachings remind us that slowing down doesn't mean doing less. It means doing more in the sense of engaging more fully with what we do. It's about quality over quantity, presence over speed. Think about it. When we truly immerse ourselves in an activity, whether it's something as simple as preparing a meal, taking a walk, or having a meaningful conversation with a loved one, we become completely absorbed in the present moment. We let go of the constant need to rush ahead, to do more, to be more. Instead, we embrace the idea that the moment is enough, that our full attention and presence are all that's needed to make the experience meaningful and rewarding. This is where true achievement lies, not in the hurried chase, but in the deep satisfaction that comes from being present with what's in front of us. If you're wondering how to incorporate this into your daily life, start small. Begin with simple, everyday activities that you can approach with mindfulness and intention. Set aside time in the morning for a peaceful, unrushed start to your day. Allow yourself the luxury of enjoying a cup of tea or coffee without the constant distractions of your phone, the television, or any other noise. In those moments, permit yourself to simply be. Look out the window and notice the details. The way the light hits the leaves on the tree, the colors of the sky, the rhythm of the wind. Savor the aroma of your drink, letting it fill your senses. Feel the warmth of the mug in your hands. These seemingly small moments are where mindfulness lives, and they can make a profound difference in how you approach the rest of your day. This isn't just about rest. It's about a deeper practice of mindfulness that can lower your stress levels, improve your mental clarity, and boost your overall well-being. By taking the time to slow down, you're not only giving your body the rest it needs, but also giving your mind the space to renew itself. The simple act of being fully present, even for a few minutes, can help restore balance to your life. Now, ask yourself, what pace are you living at right now? Do you constantly feel rushed, as if there's never enough time to get everything done? Are you always looking ahead to the next task, the next goal, the next challenge? If so, it may be time to take a pause and reassess. In this season of life, you have earned the wisdom to live more intentionally, to savor the moments rather than race through them. As you grow older, it's not about keeping up with the world's relentless pace. It's about stepping into your rhythm, one that honors your body, respects your needs, and nurtures your soul. This is your time, a time to reflect on what truly matters and to embrace the richness of life that comes from slowing down. Take this opportunity to honor yourself, to cultivate a pace that is peaceful, fulfilling, and deeply connected to the present moment. After all, the best things in life are never rushed. They are savored slowly, with intention and presence. The second piece of advice is to find joy in simple things. In our fast-paced, goal-driven lives, we often find ourselves racing toward the next big achievement, chasing the next promotion, or collecting the next material possession. We are led to believe that happiness lies just beyond our reach, in the distant horizon of more success, more money, more recognition. But in the midst of this relentless pursuit, we often forget that true happiness is not a prize we achieve through external accomplishments. It's something deeply embedded in the ordinary moments that we often overlook. Buddhist teachings highlight a truth that is both simple and powerful. Happiness does not reside in grand milestones, but rather in the small, fleeting moments that make up our everyday lives. In the Buddhist philosophy, there is a deep recognition that life's true fulfillment comes not from the high points of success, but from learning to find peace and joy in the small, quiet moments, the things that are right in front of us, if we only pause to notice them. Yet so often we get trapped in the illusion that we need more time to achieve, more wealth to feel secure, more health to feel strong. This is a cycle that can feel endless, a chase after something we believe will finally fill us. But the real secret, as Buddhism teaches us, is learning to appreciate the simplicity of what we already have. Consider this. How often do we take a moment to savor the little things in life? How often do we pause to truly appreciate the warmth of the sun on our skin, the joy of a freshly brewed cup of coffee, or the comforting embrace of a loved one? These small things may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but they hold immense value if we open ourselves to them. They are reminders that life itself, in its most unadorned form, is a source of profound happiness. Here's an experiment I invite you to try. Each day, take a moment to consciously find at least 3 things that bring you joy. They could be anything. Perhaps the scent of blooming flowers, the laughter of a child, or the sound of your favorite song playing on the radio. It could be the satisfying crunch of fresh vegetables in your salad, or the peaceful stillness of an early morning walk. Write these moments down. Reflect on them. Why? Because our minds, by nature, are drawn more to problems and challenges than to positives. It's easy to dwell on what's not going well, to focus on our worries, our frustrations, or our unfulfilled desires. But when we make the effort to notice the good, to recognize and appreciate those fleeting moments of joy, we can begin to shift our mindset. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. This practice of finding joy in the small things is not merely an exercise in gratitude, it is a pathway to mindfulness. By making this a daily habit, we are training ourselves to see life through a lens of positivity and appreciation. When we become more attuned to these small joys, we cultivate an awareness of the richness that already exists around us. We stop waiting for something big to happen and start recognizing that the happiness we long for is often already right here. The act of writing down these joyful moments each day can have a profound effect on our mental and emotional well-being. Research has shown that practicing gratitude, whether by writing down joyful moments or reflecting on what we're thankful for, can lead to increased feelings of happiness and contentment. By focusing on what is good and positive, we retrain our brains to look for more of it. The more we practice this, the more natural it becomes to notice and appreciate life's small, beautiful moments. This practice helps us let go of the notion that happiness is something we must attain or achieve. Instead, it becomes something we experience every day, in the most ordinary of circumstances. Now, how is this connected to Buddhism? At its core, Buddhism teaches that life itself, in all its simplicity, is a source of happiness. Buddhists understand that suffering arises not from life itself, but from our attachment to expectations of how things should be, or how much more we need to feel content. In other words, we create our suffering by constantly chasing after something that is never truly within our grasp. By practicing mindfulness and learning to embrace the present moment, we free ourselves from the burden of always wanting more. Buddhists believe that by turning our attention toward the present, to the simple joys in each moment, we can cultivate a deep sense of peace and balance. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges of life or pretending that everything is always perfect. Life, as we know, is full of ups and downs. But what it does mean is that, even amidst those challenges, we have the power to choose where we place our focus. We can decide to focus on the beauty of the present, to find joy in the simplest of things, and to cultivate a heart full of gratitude. This mindset transforms how we interact with the world. It's not about striving for perfection or waiting for something big to happen. It's about finding peace and contentment in the everyday moments. The laughter shared with friends, the quiet moments of solitude, the comfort of a familiar routine, the act of giving and receiving love. Learning to value the simple things in life helps us become calmer, more centered, and more balanced. It's about realizing that happiness isn't something to chase, but something to welcome and appreciate. It's about embracing life's small blessings, no matter how ordinary they may seem, and allowing those moments to fill our hearts with gratitude. So, what would it look like for you if, today, you chose to embrace the simple joys around you? If, instead of seeking out happiness in external achievements, you found contentment in the here and now? This practice, though simple, has the power to shift your entire perspective. The more you embrace it, the more you will feel grounded, fulfilled, and at peace. The third piece of advice is to embrace the profound practice of gratitude, a cornerstone of Buddhist teachings and a pathway to inner peace. It is not just a simple habit or a fleeting feeling. Rather, gratitude is a cornerstone of Buddhist teachings and a true pathway to inner peace, one that has the power to completely shift the way we experience life. Gratitude is far more than just an occasional thank you or polite gesture. It is a powerful and profound state of mind, one that can shape our entire world. It connects us to the present moment, drawing our attention away from what we lack and shifting our focus to the abundance that already exists within our lives. When we practice gratitude, we begin to see that there is more than enough to be thankful for, even amid challenges. It's a powerful force, capable of transforming our mindset. In Buddhism, gratitude is described as a bridge between the heart and the world around us. It's a bridge that doesn't merely connect us to others, but to ourselves, to the very essence of life itself. Gratitude invites us to embrace everything we have, to find contentment in the here and now, and to acknowledge the countless gifts that surround us every single day. This practice, I've come to believe, is not just a way of thinking, it's a way of feeling, of living. It touches every part of our existence. Every evening, I encourage you to take a few quiet moments to reflect on your day, dive into the richness of your experiences, and give thanks for at least 3 things, no matter how small or simple they may seem. It doesn't need to be anything grand. In fact, the simpler, the better. Maybe it's the warm embrace of sunlight on your face, the sweet taste of a meal shared with loved ones, or the sound of a friend's comforting words. Each of these moments, these simple joys, are miracles in their own right, if we choose to see them. If we can express this gratitude, whether by writing it down in a journal or voicing it aloud, it can become a sacred offering to the universe, a recognition of all the blessings that often go unnoticed. But gratitude is not just about recognizing external blessings. It's about looking inward, too. It's about appreciating the very essence of who you are and how far you've come in this life. Reflect on your resilience, your strength, and your courage. Think about the obstacles you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the wisdom that has shaped you. Be grateful for the way you've loved, for the way you've adapted, and for the way you've continued to grow despite life's twists and turns. When you take a moment to reflect on your virtues and your strength, you will see just how much you truly have to be thankful for, even in the quietest moments of your life. Why is this practice so powerful, especially as we grow older? As we age, our minds tend to wander, often focusing on regrets from the past or anxieties about the future. It's easy to become consumed by what we've lost or what we fear we may lose. But gratitude shatters this cycle, pulls us back to the present moment, grounding us in the reality of now, reminding us that, in this very instant, there is so much to be thankful for. It creates a shift, a subtle but powerful shift that takes us away from fear, anxiety, and longing, and places us firmly in the rich beauty of what is right in front of us. In Buddhist philosophy, gratitude is likened to a flower blooming in the heart. With each act of gratitude, this flower unfurls, its petals opening to reveal more and more beauty. It doesn't just grow inwardly, it radiates outward, touching those around us. Gratitude nurtures our relationships, allowing us to see others with more compassion, more understanding. When we express gratitude to the people in our lives, we strengthen our connections and deepen our bonds. It softens our judgments and helps us approach the imperfections of life with a gentler, more loving heart. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Gratitude, in its purest form, is a life-altering practice. It doesn't just change our thoughts, it changes the very way we engage with the world. When you live with a heart full of gratitude, you begin to see the world not as a place of lack, but as a place of infinite possibility. And that, I believe, is the most beautiful gift we can give ourselves at any age. If you want to deepen this practice and unlock its true power, consider blending gratitude with meditation. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and gently close your eyes. Take a few deep, calming breaths to center yourself, and with each exhale, imagine releasing the tension, worries, and negativity of the day. Let go of the weight you've been carrying, allowing it to drift away with each breath. Then, with each inhale, fill your lungs with fresh, healing air and bring to mind something or someone you are truly grateful for. Let that person's face, or that moment, come alive in your mind. See it in vivid detail. Feel the warmth of that gratitude in your heart, and let it expand outward, filling your whole being with a quiet, peaceful energy. Gratitude is far more than just a practice. It's a profound way of seeing and experiencing life. It becomes a lens through which even the most ordinary, mundane moments can shimmer with meaning and beauty. When you adopt this perspective, life begins to unfold not as a series of obstacles, but as a sacred journey, rich with purpose and wisdom. I found that when we learn to embrace this way of seeing, the simplest moments, a warm cup of tea, the sound of birds outside your window, the touch of a loved one's hand, hold far more significance than we might ever have realized. The truth in the Buddhist saying, "Enough is a feast," resonates deeply. This simple yet powerful truth speaks to our inherent abundance. We have more than we often recognize. We don't need to chase after more. We just need to truly see and appreciate what we already have. When we take the time to nurture this practice, we notice that the worries and fears that once felt so heavy begin to dissolve, almost as if they were never truly ours to carry in the first place. We begin to see the small wonders that fill each day, the morning light filtering through the trees, the laughter of children in the distance, the kindness of a stranger. These little miracles are always there, waiting to be noticed. Gratitude doesn't make our challenges disappear, but it gives us the strength, courage, and resilience to face them with a sense of peace and grace. In the face of difficulty, gratitude becomes the solid ground beneath us, reminding us that even in our darkest moments, there is always something to hold on to. So tonight, when the world grows quiet and you prepare for rest, let gratitude be the last thought to pass through your mind. Take a moment to whisper a quiet thank you to the universe, to those you love, and, perhaps most importantly, to yourself. Let that gratitude wash over you, settling deep within your heart. Feel the peace it brings, and remember that no matter your age, your circumstances, or the challenges you face, there is always something to be grateful for. And within that gratitude, you'll find the seeds of a more joyful, peaceful, and harmonious life, one that continues to grow stronger and brighter with each passing day. Now, let's reinforce these beautiful practices by engaging in a small moment of reflection. Close your eyes and take a deep, slow breath. Ask yourself, what do I truly need in this moment? Maybe it's simply rest, a smile, or the reassurance that you are safe and loved. With each slow breath, feel the calmness fill your body, quieting your mind. Now, think of one good thing that happened today. Even if it feels small or insignificant, pause and appreciate it. Perhaps it's a moment of kindness, or simply the awareness that you are here, breathing, and alive. Take a deep breath and let that gratitude anchor you in this present moment. For it is in these small acts of mindfulness that we begin to create a life of abundance and peace. As we come to the end of today's video, I want to leave you with this question. What have you learned so far? Has it sparked a new perspective on gratitude, mindfulness, or the small wonders of life that we often overlook? Take a moment to reflect. Now, I invite you to share one thing you've learned today and how you plan to bring it into your life. What small change can you make to embrace gratitude more fully, to savor the present moment, or to slow down and appreciate the simple joys? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Your reflections might just inspire someone else to start their journey toward peace and gratitude. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to create content that can make a real difference in the lives of those who need it most. Thank you for being part of this community, and remember, there's always something to be grateful for, no matter where you are in life.